Adetiba has proven time and again that she's not just a force in Nollywood, but she's a pillar in world cinema. Because what is this goodness, you guys? To Kill a Monkey carries depth, precision, the storytelling is top notch. Like, give this woman her flowers. At this point, I don't just want this woman getting flowers. Give her all of the awards that she truly deserves. Like, guys, To Kill a Monkey is a masterstroke. To Kill a Monkey dares to ask very uncomfortable questions. What are we capable of when pushed against the wall? What does poverty justify, and what does wealth demand in return? To Kill a Monkey reinforces a brutal truth that poverty isn't easy, but wealth isn't either. Both poverty and wealth demand something from you. Poverty shrinks your options and wealth multiplies your responsibilities. And at some point, you just have to choose a struggle. I love the fact that this movie confronts us with very uncomfortable conversations. Those conversations that we usually do not have because of morality, because of the fear of being judged. That is what To Kill a Monkey has succeeded in doing, making all of us talk about survival, making all of us talk about poverty, making all of us talk about how far can we go to do what we need to do. Now, one of the hardest truths this film reveals is that poverty doesn't just take away things, it takes away your right to enjoy the little that you have. Poverty is not just a test of character, it is an assault to it. Because what? If Emily went through all of that, like, poverty will have you question why you are even living in the first place. Like, poverty doesn't knock politely. It barges in and rewrites your principles in the language of survival. To Kill a Monkey shows that poverty doesn't just test who you are, it attacks who you are. It bends your morals in so many ways that you did not ever imagine. It dares you to abandon your dignity. How far can you go? Now, no spoilers at all, but I'm just going to give you a hint. So, To Kill a Monkey centers around a poor man, Efemini, who gives up everything. Gives up everything: his peace, his pride, his moral compass, and eventually his soul, just to prove that he is man enough, that he is worthy of respect, that he can provide, that he won't be mocked, pitied, or left behind. But that journey, while wrapped in loyalty and love for his family, ends up in loss. For me, this movie is a clear depiction of doing your best for the wrong people will always not be enough, and sometimes it will end in the failure that you were even afraid of in the first place. One of the most profound takeaways of this film is the quiet but devastating truth that poverty doesn't just strip you of luxury, it strips you of your right to think that you deserve better. Poverty strips you of your right to enjoy even the basic things like peaceful sleep, celebrating small wins, or even thinking that you deserve to be so much more. Remember when if it was told that God no like you? Imagine someone telling you that God no like you. Poverty is the only reason why a man's child will die, and instead of crying, the man would heave a sigh and say, thank God. Because truly, thank God. Like, how do you expect a poor man who is barely able to feed his family to cater to triplets? Like, how? And then one dies, and then he just goes in his mind like, okay, thank you God. Thank you God for making this possible for me. That is what poverty does. There's nothing glamorous about poverty. And if you are not comfortable with poverty, how far can you go to achieve wealth? At this point, I love the metaphorical representation of monkey in this movie. I have a deeper reflection as to what monkey means in this movie. Now, monkey could mean different things, and in this case, I would say that it's not just the law enforcement that were able to nab a monkey. Every character, every cast in that movie had a monkey to kill, from a boss to Efemini to Nosa to Inspector Moore. And I'm just going to break it down. I'm going to break it down so that you understand. And this is how I choose to interpret the meaning of the film, To Kill a Monkey. Now, the monkey in this case isn't just about survival. It's about sacrifice. What are we willing to give up? What are we willing to kill, bury, or forget in the bid for survival: ambition, wealth, or justice. Now let's talk about Inspector Mo. Brilliant one, played by the delectable Bimbo Akintola. Now, in this movie, Inspector Mo also kills a monkey. Now, remember the part where she forged her boss's signature? In a bid to save a failing system, she also crossed the line by forging her boss's signature. So again, I ask, what's that monkey that you're willing to give up in the line of your job, in the line of your career, in the line of making sure that you get to the zenith of your ambition? What monkey are you willing to kill? Sometimes, can we rise without really killing a part of ourselves? What part are you willing to lose? What monkey are you willing to kill just to make it, just to survive, just to pursue your ambition, just to make it in your career? What monkey are you willing to give up? Now, Kemi Adetiba is making all of us speak to our conscience. Like, to kill a monkey speaks to our conscience. One day you wake up making decisions you once swore were beneath you. It's a hard truth, but the film doesn't just flinch from it. In fact, it stares us right into the face and tells us that you see that thing you say, God forbid, it can never be me. It will be you and you and you again. I love the fact that Kemi Adetiba doesn't just tell us a story, she drags us into a moral maze and leaves us there with our thoughts. Now, another thing I would say is that gaps can be exploited. What gap are you living in your life? Now, if you look at the characters in this movie, there were gaps that each of them left open, from Ife to Obos. Now, Obos, for instance, made an unwritten rule that he was not just going to bring anybody into his syndicate. But because of friendship and the fact that he wanted to help a poor man, he left a gap. He brought the man into his syndicate without really giving it a thought, because he was compassionate and wanted to help him at this point. And then he decided that, okay, I was going to help this man. He broke his own unwritten rule. Now let's talk about Efemini. Efemini also had so many gaps because he wanted to make money. And the fact that even though he had said no to it, when his wife just said, okay, go back, he decided to go back immediately because there was already a gap. This film just talks about the fact that when gaps are left open, people or things will definitely take advantage of these gaps. For me, I love the fact that everyone ate their performances and left no crumbs. Like, I cannot even start to mention who ate what and who didn't, because everybody on that cast ate and left nothing. Like, they ate and left nothing. And apart from the cast, let's applaud the music, you guys. The music was emotional. It spoke to the story. Oh my God. Everything in this movie is a 10 over 10. Or maybe you should permit me to say 100 over 10. Because, no. I love this movie. I love the fact that it puts us in that very morally challenging position where we get to question our conscience, that when people are not watching, who exactly are you? And if you have the opportunity, would you be the same people that you actually judge? Now, remember, Efemini was wishing to be like someone. And at the end of the day, did he really like the man he became? Be careful what you wish for. Finally, I would say that Kemi Adetiba has once again delivered her polling units. Like, this woman has gone all the way out, and this is one recommendation I'm willing to make with my full chest. Yes, go and watch To Kill a Monkey if I yet to watch this film, because it is not the regular movies that you know. It's not just going to speak to your conscience, it is also going to speak to your principles, your morality, and the price of staying clean in this world that constantly demands so much from you.